after a silk press for 3 weeks straight, should I use a protein treatment and which one? So, Ms. Pexter, what you should be using when your hair, when you're shampooing and conditioning your hair is based on how your hair feels. If you're, I don't know what you've been using, right? So I'm not going to tell you to use to do a protein treatment. First of all, I'm not going to recommend that you do a protein, any kind of treatment at home, but even a protein focused deep condition, I have no idea if what you use on a regular basis is like a protein focused shampoo and conditioner. So it would be beyond me to recommend that you do like anything protein without knowing what your hair is already doing. So pay attention to what your hair is already doing. Thank you, Danielle. You can also go back to the first video, the first part of the series, where I broke down how to determine when you need what shampoo and conditioner versus what. What's a good hooded dryer, please? I guess a golden hot one. And you can either do the tabletop or a stand-up one, but golden hot, or I mean, I don't know why I don't know why no one's asked about this, but like a Bonnet dryer over a stand-up hooded dryer, do that for me any day of the week, please, okay? No protein treatments at home. Thank you, Tara. Any day of the week, I would rather a Bonnet dryer over a stand-up hooded dryer. And the Bonnet dryers are also by Golden Hot. Hi, thank you. What brand wax stick do you recommend? The Care wax stick. Will the Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium work great in the salon? I'm a cosmetology student. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Titanium Babyliss Nano Titanium Iron is really great. Now, Tina, listen to me. Tina, are you still here? Tina, let me know if you're still here. And I'll talk to you about how you start to perfect your silk presses and temperature with textures and things. What kind of brush would I use with the blow dryer? You should be using a blow dryer with a pick. All right, so Tina, Maloon, if you're using a blow dryer with a pick, you don't need an additional brush to blow dry. So Tina, listen to me, okay? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start with a lower temperature, right? So let's say you know in your mind you should be using a range between either 360 and 390 degrees, right? At the very back, when you start to silk press your client's hair, you're going to start on the lower end. If it does exactly what you need it to do, then you use that until that something different starts happening, right? If the client's hair is more curly or coiled in the middle and it's not taking to the 360 degrees, turn it up another 10, 20 degrees. And then see if the higher temperature in that area or section gives you the same result as the lower temperature. That's how you start to play around with temperatures, textures, and hair types to get it right without causing damage. Don't start at 390 in the back. See if it'll curl, or start low and go high. Don't start high and then turn your temperature down, right? I've definitely done that in the past where I'm just assuming that the hair should be pressed at 410 degrees. I go to do that. And now we have an issue because I can't go over that same area because the temperature was too high to begin with. Start low and then increase your heat. Okay. Everybody here can do that. Start low, start with a lower temperature and then increase your temperature as it goes, as opposed to starting at this high temperature, then being scared and then turning it down. No. Start with the lower temperature first and then take it from there. Do you recommend blow drying versus a roller set? Do I recommend blow drying versus a roller set? Okay. So here's my thing with roller sets. Are we ready? If you've been sharing this live throughout our conversation, you can't share this part. Y'all know every once in a blue moon, I tell y'all something that can't be shared and should not be televised. Okay? This is one of those things. Okay? Are we listening? The Bonnet dryer is it, Kai. Are we listening? You can't repeat this and neither can I. So I'm only going to say it once. Tashana, thank you. Are we listening, Tara? Thank you. Listen to me. I'm going to talk to Facebook and YouTube right now for a second. Okay, listen to me. The reason why we don't offer roller sets at Textured Press is for too many of us, our curl is tightly wound or our texture is medium or coarse, and it doesn't get straight with just a roller set, right? What usually happens when you get the roller set done? The stylist in that salon is going over your hair with the blow dryer, right? So you've been under the dryer with the roller set for an hour and some change, with the hot pins typically touching your hair or your scalp, right? And the hotter they get, the hotter your hair gets. Does that make sense? We're tracking that? Now, does that make sense? Do we connect that dot? Okay, good. So you're underneath the dryer, the hooded dryer, for an hour and let's say 15 minutes. I take you out of the hooded dryer from your roller set. I take all the rollers out, the hot pins. I go in and now I blow dry it, right? To blow dry the kinks out, the crinkles out, to make sure all of your hair is nice and smooth. Now your hair is smoother, right? There's less texture, but we've got some frizz going on and it's not as flat and smooth as I would like it or my client would like it. So now I've got you underneath the hooded dryer. I've blow dried your hair. And now to make it smooth or to style it, I'm also going to use a flat iron. What's the goal here? What's the goal here? What's the goal? Kalima, Tara, Tashana, what's the goal? To minimize the risk of heat damage. If I'm going over your hair 3 different times, 3 separate occasions with some heat, how much more do you think that you're going to be susceptible to heat damage? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.